human, half dwarf because they do it all the time.
But then it wouldn't be your grandparents, it'd be your actual parents.
So basically what we're saying is that dwarfs lay eggs, which are like fish eggs, where the male fish then swims by and fertilizes them.
I love how the stream starts with Eric saying that.
You should know better than to stream with us. We're fucking weird.
That's why my stream's M-rated for this one
It's
reason
between
alone.
fish egg dwarfs and marsupial dwarfs. I kind of vote. I personally vote marsupials.
I do too at this point.
Are you a marsupial or a fish egg?
That's fucking
I don't like
weird.
either of these things. You know what? I'm just gonna be a human. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah.
That's fine. That's +1 to all stats, which doesn't help you at level 1, but helps you on later.
I think I will just be a human fighter.
Okay.
But
I am a gnomish illusion mage. We're kids at the moment, so I'm 1'6", which is why I teamed up with the Dragonborn, who is fucking 4 foot something.
So how old are we?
You are
I
all
think 7.
currently 7.
Yeah, we were 7 before, and then we're gonna roll for the time skip, I guess.
Yeah.
When you're 7, how tall are you? Like 4 feet?
Well, if
No,
you're
my
human,
guy's
then you
giant.
could be anywhere between 3 to 4 feet tall.
I
If
mean,
you're a dwarf, you're
I'm 4
3
feet
feet
2.
tall.
Weight, I don't know, 80 fucking pounds? I don't know how much 7-year-olds weigh.
75?
Probably closer to like 50.
Like,
Really?
if you're on the tall side, you'd be like 75.
Okay, I'm gonna go...
My
60.
cousin is 11 now, and she's still only like 65 pounds.
Damn.
Granted, she's
how
a
tall
little
is
skinny,
Hannah?
but
What?
Hannah, how tall is she?
Hannah? Oh. She's pretty tall. She's like at least 4'5". Like,
Hannah, not Haley.
I know. Hannah's like this tall. She's a tall kid though.
You're basically a bit shorter than that.
Whatever. Okay, I don't get what size means.
small,
Size
tiny,
class.
medium, large, gargantuan, etc.
You'd be small because you're a child, so.
Yeah, you guys are small. I'm actually tiny because I will grow into being small.
Vision.
How far you can see.
You
Which,
have no-
since you're human, is turning 30 feet.
30
After that,
feet?
it,
I'm
after
pretty
that,
sure
it gets
I
to the point where you're like rolling dice to see if you can see that well.
Can I speak common and dwarvish because my best friend is a dwarf?
You can speak common and then learn dwarvish.
Yeah, humans automatically know a language of a race that they closely associate with. Like, if you read it in the book, that's actually one of their things. So they get common and
Yeah,
one
but that's
brand.
also like as you get older, you're literally 7 years old. I don't know any 7-year-olds that know multiple languages.
Most kids are actually taught another language nowadays.
I'm sorry, I live in Canada. Most of our people know French and English.
I was gonna say, je parle un petit pièce de le français.
Okay, so here's
Yeah, that's pretty
what.
much all I can understand. Not me.
Let's see. Sure, I'll give you dwarvish.
It's not really an option. I speak common and gnomish.
Can you imagine if we only spoke Gnomish? Like, we wouldn't be able to understand you at all.
Right? Like, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
No, you can have small
I
creatures translate for you
I'll
guys.
speak to small animals.
You know what? I've decided that my dad isn't going to leave and my parents have a very good functioning relationship.
Just because they're not. Just because your
That
dad
means we
didn't
get
just
one of
jack
each.
off on your egg anymore.
What?
What?
What did you say, Eric?
Just because your dad
Wow.
didn't just come with the egg and then run off.
No, he's not like you.
technically, that's how kids are made. You have to meet up with an egg.
I want to be like well off. How do I put that into words? Like I want lots of money. I want to be able to make it rain.
Let's see, what would be a good term for a 7-year-old to know for financially well off? Loaded would be a common one at that age. You want to know what's really funny?
Your mom?
Yeah, sometimes. The phone I am holding has more computing power than the computer I am using.
That's very likely. Considering the average phone now can play multiple different types of games, including MMOs, which is actually very surprising. So.
Yeah, I have Final Fantasy games on my phone.
Well, if you launch it in the thing and it says you need the desktop, like it only runs on desktop, you just go into the request desktop site option.
Yeah, you can just use the...
I think Roll20 does have a mobile thing now, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do, but it's pay.
Well, I'm already a freaking like mentor or whatever the highest one is.
Oh, then yeah, you're good.
I thought they changed that because I know they meant to at some point.
They
I'd like to point out, like, the only person that isn't a mentor or at least a supporter in this group is Kate.
I will not buy it.
Of course not. You have no point. You can just use Eric's.
Yeah. Also, can my parents be part of the government? Is that something that can happen? Is there a government?
They can be part of nobility. They can have an acting role in the way the laws are made, but they can't be in charge of the government.
Well, nobody can be in charge of the government, Jack.
Except for mine.
Unless you have money.
Unless you
I'm
have
just thinking they
lots
should be
and
pretty
lots of
high up
money.
in the government, you know.
She wants to be the
not
mayor.
quite. Yeah, like I don't want to be the president, but I want to be like,
Okay.
you know, like
What-
the governor.
What I want you to do is give me a roll of a D30/R space D30. Lower is better.
Holy fuck, it's
That's
working.
not that low.
Slow enough.
Okay, your parents live in the second ring, and your dad works a low-paying manager job, but is actually very well off. So you guys have old money, okay? You know, your family used to be rich, and then you came here, surprisingly enough, in carts full of money instead of people. So you get a lot of heat for the fact that you literally came here with carts full of your own money, but not food or other resources. But when people started to spend money again, your dad took up, and he's actually working a job. He's actually a very good businessman, and that's how he's holding his position. And all the money you guys brought literally is worthless because he switched to different currency already.
I'm sorry. What?
What kind of money did they bring? Like,
Yeah, what kind of
Paper?
money?
Your parents brought elven money because that's actually a generally accepted form of currency because it's half silver, half gold.
oh, they bring Electrum. Oh.
Yeah, they brought Electrum. So your house is filled with Electrum, which actually looks really nice, and a decent amount of your like utensils and plateware and other stuff are all made out of this extremely expensive elven money that you can't spend because no one accepts it anymore.
Just
Okay,
melt
I'm
this
totally
down.
on Roll20 now. Sweet.
That's great, man.
Nice.
So we can have like a full functioning game today.
Woo.
What?
Yes, that's
Haven't had one of those
so
in a
rare
while.
now, isn't it?
Yeah, with my computer down, that's kind of how it works. Which means I need to move all of this shit off of my computer chair.
You got a text message.
Look, there's the mouse pad I was about to look for.
I'm gonna be really stuck up. I feel like that's what my character's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be easy.
Do I need to fill out any of these ideals, bonds, flaws?
No, they're really completely unnecessary. Especially as a child, you have none to speak of. It's really yeah. Whenever you come up with something that you want to put in there, you go ahead and fill it in, and I'll look at it eventually. But for now, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just kind of did a bit of a background and some personality traits.
Roll me a D1000 for your mom, and I'll tell you what she's doing.
Wow. Here, hon, go to the desktop for a sec.
26.
Go D&D.
Okay, we're gonna go with the weird and mysterious route for your mom.
Where is it?
Might have blown it up.
What?
Jake.
Shit, my mouse even works on this fucking computer. That's a hell of a lot better than I expected.
Jack, can you send over a copy of the bookmarked 5e PDF?
Sure thing, man. As soon as I find it.
I may have blown up our copy.
You just deleted everything, didn't you, man?
I just see fit. I told you that.
Okay, I should see if I can download Skype on this computer.
Skype
Oh
probably
my god.
not. You probably get Chrome.
Nah, man, I used to have Skype it on my computers at home, and like they were old and shit, and it worked fine.
Okay, so there is the 5e book. Do you want the companion book as well, or no?
No, it's that one.
Okay, there you go, man.
It's only 2 hours remaining.
It's good.
Okay, what's my mom do?
Okay. Your mom is a stay-at-home mom who raised you when you were younger, and considering you're still 7 years old, she's still around and taking care of you. But you notice that she's never left the house, and you notice that she's never changed out of the clothes she's been wearing since the first day you remember that she always wore the same clothes.
That's fucking
Like,
weird.
ever? Are they just really dirty?
Actually, she is pristine and always very clean and very courteous. Yeah.
So she has just
So,
like copies of the same outfit, like she's in a fucking TV show.
Either that or she's dead and just a zombie or something.
Okay.
That would counter the whole potentially being clean thing.
Well, like, it's hard for rotting flesh to get dirty.
You'd be
Okay,
surprised.
but like I feel like how long has this been going on? Because like I feel like you'd have noticed.
Well, under 7 years, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, when you're 7, it's hard to really notice these kind of things. It's sort of just like, you just accept them. But yeah, you never seen your mom leave the house, ever. In fact, when you like ran here to save your lives, you didn't see her until you got into your house.
I don't want my mom to be a zombie. Stumbleduck?
Yes, Stumbleduck did have a nice chat with a Markham of different squirrels who may have attacked someone.
Fucking
Who's
squirrels.
Stumbleduck?
That's Jake's character.
Jake.
Oh. I figured.
Also, I don't have control of my gnome token.
I'll have to adjust that then, one sec.
I don't have a token.
Because you weren't here last time.
I was in a really bad mood last time, and you would have not wanted to play with me.
I didn't know you had good nudes.
Whoa!
It's just fun to fuck with you.
Do you want me to send you a picture, Jack?
Yes, do. I'll use it if you want.
It's just gonna be like a random picture.
It's gonna be Ronan.
You wanted a picture.
Essentially just Ronan, that's fine.
No, I got time. I think.
Okay, you should be able to control it now, guys.
Yes.
Okay, so, don't really want to read the entire thing I wrote last time, but, when you arrive at this ancient dwarven city that was once abandoned because some red-bearded dwarf sort of let out a bunch of monsters of some sort, you guys get here, there's a lot of things always going on. You notice that there's a lot of magic everywhere you go, though for you guys growing up in this city, it's actually very normal.
Okay.
There are a bunch of city wizards. A lot of the rich people in the first ring pretty much never leave the first ring because it's literally the safest place to be. Technically, the city is... Let's see. So the city is actually pretty much like this. Built up against the coast. With the first ring being here, second ring, and the third ring being the largest area, stretching out all the way to the exterior wall. That probably doesn't help at all. But yeah. Imagine if you
Attack on Titan.
just stuck, yeah. Imagine if Attack on Titan was there and then you just sort of like cut the city in half and then stuck it against the ocean.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, the people in the first ring are just constantly sitting there watching the ocean all day long. Just wait until the sea monsters show up, then they're all screwed. Which also explains, Eric, how your mom gets in and out of the city, because she could literally just come in from the side, because like literally half the castle was just straight up cut down the middle. We don't really know what happened to it; just sort of disappeared. Theoretically, it also cuts into the whole monsters came into the dimension through the castle or something. Let's see. So far, you guys killed a random stranger, which you later found out was from a group of bandits that were trying to forcibly enter the city.
Huh.
Which is part of the main reason why Stark was really nice to you guys, because he realized that you all could have been killed, but somehow didn't die.
Imagine if we'd all died on the fucking first session.
I know, right? But it happens.
Okay, there you go.
Again,
Send
it
you a
wouldn't be the
picture.
first time.
It's literally me when I was 7. Have fun with that.
Okay, if you want that as a token, I'm fine with that.
Here, hon, open the PDF. And go to bookmarks.
It died.
Pretty sure the first one is bookmarks. And
Nice. Oh, what?
Okay, Kate, you should be able to control it now.
That's a massive. You can like, you know, like. There you go.
Like that?
Yeah, it's like you didn't have to make it the same size.
Well, it's somewhat easier if everyone's the same size.
No, I get that. Oh, what is my like HP and stuff?
Ah, okay, so what class are you going for? You're going for fighter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what's your HP? Right now, it is 9. and then you're gonna roll a
Shit.
d10, and we're gonna determine what your HP is at level 0.
Okay, and speed. Do I need to know all that stuff?
Actually, it'll be at 10, and then you're rolling a d10 to see how low your HP is.
So you want to roll low on
You
this
want to
one.
roll a 1? Exactly.
Well, we'll try. Shit.
You have 2 HP. Congratulations, Steve.
Why is the 1/6 fucking gnome the highest health in the
I
group?
know, right? It's fucking hilarious. You actually could have
So when-
survived a shot from the gun, too, man.
So my max HP is 10, right? But I only have 2 left.
You only have 2 max HP, and then when you level up again to 1, you'll be rolling another health die to see how much more you get. So when you roll it, hopefully you get
I can't do
higher.
anything.
You will
No,
not.
we're
Right?
level
You are 7 years old. This isn't like the last game where you were at least 14.
What?
PDF.
Why?
So I gotta just spell. So go to the bookmarks and spell table.
Oh yeah, you didn't pick your cantrips, did you?
No, here, go to the subsection tab.
Yeah, you get 1 wizard's cantrip.
Wizard.
Who does?
Eric does, because he got the book with the cantrip in it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, scroll down a little.
You can only get like 0 level, right?
That's warlock spells though.
He can only get the free spells, which are the cantrips, which allows anyone to use them, essentially. Okay. So, someone roll a d12, and that's how many months will have passed. Five months. Not that long, then. Okay, so within the last 5 months, you heard that they actually had to rebuild the 3rd wall because of the attacks. A lot of people apparently died, but as per you guys, you don't know or have actually met any of them. So it's not too big of a concern. Though, Jake, you noticed that your mom came home a couple of nights just like covered in sweat and dirt. Most likely she actually helped build the wall itself. Because the wall is literally the only thing that separates the monsters from getting into the town. So it's constantly being rebuilt whenever it gets damaged.
Nifty.
Did I die if I only have 2 HP and I got shot?
Yes, you would have died. Because the gun is a 2d6, and minimum damage on that gun is 2 damage, which would have killed you.
It would have knocked you unconscious. Another 2 damage and you would die.
Well, the point is, you guys didn't have any medical ability either, so yeah, like you could have saved her.
But I rolled decent on medicine.
Yeah, you did that one time, man. That was good. You have a gun, but you have very limited ammo, Jake.
Yeah.
You also have a sword that was noted to be unimaginably sharp.
To me, it's a sword. Most people would call it a dagger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, what do you guys think? Chilling Touch, Ray of Frost, or Mending? I'm going for Cleric Water Mage.
As my default answer, I would suggest anyone get light. Actually, how
Light?
many of you guys can see in the dark? Because I guess light's one of those things that people just don't always remember about.
I think just me and Jake can.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
So you guys, there's 2 of you with dark vision. It's not too necessary. But yeah, whenever I get cantrips, plus I'm playing Warlock, which is really good with cantrips for damage, I always go for the utility. So mending is pretty nice.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
And as a kid, being that one guy, like, hey, dude, I broke my toy. Can you fix this? And he's like, he'll trade you something for you fixing his toy or something.
It's like, that'll be 1 copper, please.
Essentially.
Okay, so you're getting mending?
Yep.
Also, Kate, by definition, your parents are both level 0 as they are not fighters or spellcasters of any sort.
Okay.
So, if a fight happens, you literally have to go save them because they won't survive otherwise.
My mom's a rogue. And so am I. But
I don't really care if my parents die.
Ha. It's a rough world out there.
Dragon.
Plus, my mom's already dead, apparently, so...
Yeah, well, you never seen her move that much either.
So
That made
basically,
me
you've
sad
been
even before I even
hallucinating.
started playing.
You've just been hallucinating this bitch for several years now.
And I guess my dad's like a necrophiliac?
I guess that technically would be correct.
And I thought my fucking surrogacy magic was weird.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything we're forgetting? Kate, your family has money, but you personally don't, because you're a kid, and I doubt your parents just give you money all the time. But for a time being, load yourself up with 1 gold coin.
Whoa. I don't want to get too crazy.
Well, you can have 99 Electrum if you want, but no one's gonna accept it as currency.
One gold coin.
1 singular gold coin.
More than I have.
Yep.
I have 0 gold, but I have 7 bullets, a short sword, and a dagger.
Do I have a weapon of some sort?
You can have a pocket full of Electrum coins you can throw at people. But no, you have no weapon. Your family's apparently very non-violent.
Shit.
You can ask your mom for a weapon in-game. She might just give you her arm or something.
No, I'll figure it out.
Okay, so I'm already set on weapons. I have my crow's short sword and a dagger. I can already dual wield.
Am
I
I
did-
friends with Eric and Jake?
You can start as friends. I'm not gonna limit you guys
Want
out.
to be the chick that got shot? Because in that case, you and I would already be on good terms.
Well, am I dead? Did somebody heal me?
No,
No, you're
I
fine.
rolled a good medicine check and managed to stop her from bleeding to death. So she
Okay.
likes me, I assume.
Yeah, sure. I'll be that person then.
Okay, then you are the only other survivor from a random attack where we went outside for 5 seconds and somebody started shooting at us.
Yeah, you literally went outside, started walking around. The whole thing is that at the time, like the main entrance to the third wall was being attacked, so there was no watching at all. Which explains how kids just managed to sneak out and walking through an open plain where no one would fail to see you.
And we just like walked outside, bandit immediately shooting at us. It's like,
No, he didn't. He tried to get you to let him in, remember?
Yeah, and we obviously weren't that stupid, even as 7-year-olds. And then he started firing, and we killed him. Well,
Good job.
I'm gonna put
Barely.
we knocked him out, and then I shot him in the fucking head.
Way to go.
It was a very angry.
Wow. Brutal.
the
Killed
angst
like
is
4 of my
early,
friends.
no.
Okay, cool. So what's going on now that 5 months has happened? Like the wall got torn down, got rebuilt. What are we doing?
Okay. Right now, as 7-year-olds, you're actually going to be starting your first year of school. Officially, you guys have been going to like tutoring sessions and stuff like that. And since you're a little well off, you've probably had a few people come to your house and teach you and whatnot. But Eric, who's been living at the orphanage, and Jake, who's been grounded for the last 2 months, this is your
Why
first
did they
time going to
ground
school.
You were grounded because you went outside the gate and almost died.
Oh,
That was
true, but it's been 5 months now, so we're good.
Yes.
Yeah, which means that
Yeah,
you've
3
been
months
grounded
is
for
fine,
3
yeah.
months.
Okay. So I've been training ambidextrously
Alright.
on my.
So for you,
dexterity.
Jake, because you were grounded, it limits what your stats could have increased during the 5 months. So what were you doing for those 5 months?
I was ambidextrously training with. I think you said it was the bow that I was going to have to work with in order to increase my dexterity.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay,
like,
then I was-
you do acrobatics and whatnot, but you can't really do that inside your own house. Okay, so give me a d20 plus your dex, which actually is a -1.
Ah,
You actually did really well. Yeah. For the past 5 months, you've trained to increase your ability with the bow. For the most part, you destroyed more than a few plates, but you managed to increase your dex by 1.
sweet. Which brings me up to not having a -1 on dex anymore. Haha.
Okay. Eric, you spent the last 5 months taking care of chickens, right?
Yes, and trying to sell the eggs to people, and kind of studying the spell book.
Okay. Give me we'd like to make a check to see how well your sales went, and have that be your increase in stats, or would you like to do something else? Because that would increase charisma and give you some cash.
Yeah. Well, let's go with that.
All right. So you had a total of 2 chickens. The last one's a rooster. 5 months. Who wants to do math?
I do not. Math.
Well, you're the one with the calculator, so.
I was gonna say I have no idea what we're doing math on, but I vote that he gets extra cash because I can talk to the chickens,
Okay,
and so we have
it's,
happy chickens.
so it's 150 divided by 5 times 2. So it's 60. So we got 60 eggs total, 20 of
60
which I
eggs.
fed.
And you sold...
Did
That's 5 dozen eggs, so let's see. I believe you said the exchange was 5 dozen eggs for 1 gold, right?
Sure.
Or was it 1 silver?
I think it was the silver.
I know I wrote it down, but I think silver does sound correct, because it's supposed to be 1 single coin of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gave Jake 1 dozen eggs, and then you sold the other 4 dozen. All right.
So I got 4 silver.
So you give me a charisma check and see how well your egg sales went.
And what do you want me to roll for that?
Essentially, it's a saving throw minus the proficiency.
Or charisma?
So it's an unskilled check.
Yeah, you want to do that. Okay. So you charisma technically went up, but unfortunately you didn't make too much money. Someone managed to haggle you down and bought a few dozen eggs for a very low price of 1 gold coin.
Bastards.
So
you
1 gold coin.
So you actually have 2 gold coins, Eric. But
Can
actually
I
no,
pick
silver.
that guy's pocket?
He sold you sold off the eggs and you got 2 silver. But yeah, he managed to haggle you down since it was like the very first time you've done this, but you managed to get 1 silver for it at least.
So he doesn't have any gold coins then?
Yeah, sorry, I keep saying gold, but I'm supposed to be saying silver because that's what he sold the eggs for.
Cool.
Okay.
So did I get any stats?
Yeah, your charisma will increase by 1.
Okay.
You actually just barely made it. If you had a 9, your charisma actually would have decreased instead.
Wow.
Well, you didn't exactly do that well, man. You essentially rolled a 2, you know? You could have critically failed. That's very possible.
So I've been in a hospital in 2 years?
Well, you're a kid. Most likely you would have only been in the hospital for the last 2 months. But what did you do in the hospital? Like, what was the?
I think if you get shot as a kid and you survive, that's like a +1 to Constitution right there.
Yeah, that was my original plan. I'm bringing give her Constitution, but depending on what she was doing, that might change. So, Kate, what were you doing in the hospital the whole time?
Well, how long was I in there for?
2 months.
Yeah, you're essentially there for 2 months, and then it was like rehab because you had to regrow all your muscles in your abdomen.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the time in there studying.
Okay. So give me a. So it'd be under skills, and as you scroll down, you'll see unskilled intelligence check.
Unskilled.
Already.
What? Oh yeah. Okay. Am I proficient in it?
You're not proficient in it.
Okay.
Buttons to the left.
What?
Buttons on the left side.
Oh, press it.
Yes. Okay, you've also barely succeeded. So you sat there reading textbooks. Apparently, they apparently did not have Harry Potter or something interesting. But you did manage to increase your intelligence by 1. Kate, what textbook were you reading?
I would've brought you something on like animals or plants because I'm a gnome and weird like that.
No, I think it's gonna be a history textbook on like specific to like wars.
Okay. By the end of it, the doctor said you could take the textbook. He didn't really care. So if you take the textbook about history and war, if that topic ever comes up during a check of any sort, you would have advantage on it.
Okay, but why do I need to keep the textbook? Like, I just read it.
Because you're a kid and you probably won't remember the contents.
You don't know. Yeah, I'll take the book.
Yeah.
How much is it worth?
It is a textbook. Let's mark it down as £3. I don't know what would be like a super heavy book though.
Okay, cool.
Ooh. Okay. Is there anything else we want to cover before we actually begin?
How much does my leg actually hurt?
It only hurts in the morning, so that basically just means that you have to spend like 30 minutes every morning, just like moving around, getting the blood circulating. You notice that in the morning your leg swells up just slightly?
Okay.
Yeah, but you're fine. Like, it's not gonna stop you from doing anything. It's not gonna force any sort of penalty or anything like that.
Good. Eric just went downstairs for 2 seconds.
Okay. So if you look at your background, you see what I stuck in there.
If I look at my what?
If you look at your background, just see under flaws what I put in there.
Fear of guns?
Pretty much.
Shitty. Makes sense though.
You got shot.
Yeah, it's very reasonable for a child to be afraid of guns after you've been shot.
Which makes it that much more interesting that I have a gun. Specifically, the gun that shot you.
Yep.
Wow.
But
I
it's
think I'm
okay.
gonna need to work on that to get over it.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll wait until Eric gets back before we start.
I don't know what he's doing right now. Grab my box.
The dozen eggs I was given, that's like a high protein diet.
Yeah, that will.
It's the full fucking meal for me.
Yeah. For you, go ahead and up your constitution. But since you were inside the house and never actually went outside that much, we're not going to increase your strength. But normally that would be constitution and strength.
That's it. Something's better than nothing.
You would be the tallest gnome here if there were other gnomes at all.
I've read. Kate is smoking.
I still hear that.
Hello.
We're here.
Hi.
I'm back.
Also, I can totally practice my with the bow that I was practicing with on illusions that I cast.
That works too, but it doesn't change that you broke so much.
I'm
So
sure I broke a
fine
few
china.
things, but she'll never know because I'll just cast an illusion of the fucking china still being there. Yeah, that won't work.
I'm here.
Yay!
Okay, let's do this. Let's play this game.
Okay, so Kate, the thing about this game is that periodically I will tell you what a person will do, and you guys can describe what kind of person he is. So what we're gonna start off with is, since this is the first time you guys are going to school, Kate, you tell me about this teacher that teaches at your school. Is she nice? Is she mean? Is she actually a dude, but we just look like she's a chick?
Have you guys seen Matilda?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want her to be like Miss Honey. Like super sweet.
So the nice one.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys thought I was gonna say Trenchville, didn't you?
Yep.
Part of me did. Just for quick reference, I'm gonna actually name her Miss Honey.
Okay.
Okay. Along with Miss Honey, we currently have the character Captain Stern, which is the guy who originally saved you guys after you were attacked. We have Jake's mom, who is a assassin rogue, who's a town guard. Eric's mom, who's a dragon. We don't know who his father is.
Doesn't matter. He's dead.
We have a crazy nun who makes holy water and thinks everyone is possessed by demons. That's very interesting. Let's see, is there anything else that we're missing? There's Benson the Crow, which you guys can't speak to, only Eric. Only Jake. And I believe that is it for right now.
Cool.
Okay. So you guys have been going to school for a couple days now. School officially started last month, but there's nothing really exciting happening. You know, your first day, you were all a little nervous. Feel free to roll a charisma check if you doubt that you could be nervous on your first day of school.
No, but I'm gonna cast minor illusion. Make a little snake on the teacher's chair when she walks in.
All right. What is the save on your spell?
That's a good question. It's not very high, I can tell you that much. It is currently 10.
Okay. I'm trying to determine if she would be proficient in investigation or not.
I'm sure she is.
She got 21. She comes in, and when she sees the snake, she starts clapping because she realizes that one of you had to cast illusion to do that.
And I'm gonna be disappointed that she didn't fall for it and be like, oh man.
Well, she is a teacher. It would make sense that she wouldn't fail on that. So she actually takes you up to the front of class, and your first day of class is actually you explaining your minor illusion to everyone in class.
Great.
Eric,
So I'm standing on the teacher's desk next to an apple that is bigger than me.
essentially.
That's gonna suck. Anyway.
Eric, what spell did you pick?
Mending.
Alright. Did you want to say you went up to the front of class and showed them how to mend things?
Sure, I'm gonna demonstrate on my rusty pocket knife.
That actually does work. So you have a normal pocket knife, which does a D4 plus your dex and damage.
Woo! I have a weapon.
Yes. So both of you give me, let's say, intelligence checks. And Kate, I guess you were technically also at school, so give me an intelligence check also.
Oh, that's fucking lame.
Yeah. Stumbleduck, you weren't paying attention in class, man. You need to pay attention. You need to stop getting in trouble, and you start having to stay after school because you're not paying attention.
That's my best stat, too.
Kate, you got no recess.
I got no what?
You got no recess. You're doing horrible on your
That
test,
sucks.
Kate. One of you needs to actually do something decent. Come on, Eric.
Oh, I gotta do one for me, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Fuck this dragonborn fucker.
Eric, increase your intelligence again by 1 point.
He's gonna be all fucking sorcery, and I'm gonna be sitting here like, god damn it, that was literally what I've been trying to do.
Well, you weren't paying attention in the school. That's rather unfortunate. Eric just like crit it. Actually, Eric, it should have been 2 points because you crit. So I'll put it again.
Woo!
So what's your intelligence now?
11.
So
Fuck you.
It's no longer a minus. Okay.
My guy's not gonna grow up into Rumpatuffin.
Okay. So you've enjoyed school. You've had your fun. You guys are all finally not grounded or in rehab. As for you, Eric, you're totally fine. No one really cares to try to discipline the Dragonborn. You know, they're all somewhat afraid of you. Okay. Let's see. Trying to find my notes real quick. So on the one day after you leave school, your teacher's telling you very nice stories and blah 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 blah. Jake, your mom's owl shows up outside your window and like just starts poking at it. You guys want to do anything or no?
I'm gonna jump up and open the window.
You attempt to open the window. Give me a strength check.
Oh god.
Cause, dude, come on. Like, the window's probably so much bigger
I'm
than you
standing
are.
on the windowsill and pushing this fucking thing.
I'm gonna be nice. You succeed. You manage to open it up just enough, and the bird just, like, hands you something, and then just flies off. Okay. So, later that day, once school's out, you look at it, and it's just like a tube, you know? There seems to be a little scrolling, you take it out, you take a look. Give me an intelligence check, see if you can decipher what it says.
Come on, high roll. That's decent.
Okay. So, according to this, first of all, that was your mom's owl, but this letter is unfortunately not from your mom. Part of you still thinks that she might be alive, but there's no guarantee either way.
Right, I'm a 7-year-old, I'm gonna hope that anyway.
But according to this letter, that it took you a little while to translate, because it's mostly just horribly written and covered in dirt, is that there is an ancient druid somewhere in the world who wrote you this letter saying that he believes that you could become a druid, and if you would like to train, he would be willing to take you in, since your mother was also one of his students.
You're
I'm
Harry
gonna be
Potter.
pretty freaking excited by that.
Which would require you to sneak out of town all over again.
Well, what's the worst that could happen?
The worst thing that could happen is, because you're so tiny, you'd just be stepped on, man.
Right? Fucking random bird flies by, it takes a shit, and I drown in it.
Okay, so the major way this game's gonna go is that periodically we're gonna switch between, like, each other's main events. Right now, it's, if Stumbleduck wants to go do this, the entire party will go to do this.
Hold on. I have a question.
Yes.
How can Jake carry a gun?
I don't bring it with me.
If he
Like
takes
it's
it,
not
if he
cool
yeah,
with me.
if he takes it at all, he has to be the only thing he's carrying.
What about the ammo?
I'm just gonna skimp over the idea of ammo, and just as long as it's in his inventory in some form. Because if not, Jake would literally have one gun with only one shot, and then just be sitting there doing nothing. I guess we could just have like Eric hold everything, because he's the only large person in the group. I believe you're size medium, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If I had a little backpack, I could have the gun poking up out of it.
Just imagine this gnome with a backpack. I just keep thinking he'd just like fall over and not be able to get back up. Okay,
It's
so
a small gun.
it is essentially up to Jake here if he wants to go, and then the party can tag along.
I'm definitely gonna go. Like I'm gonna gather up my backpack and everything, and
Okay.
head off to find this druid.
So the entire party is going. You guys have some cash? Do you guys want to buy anything or no?
I'm looking at that right now.
I'd like to buy a really cheap sword.
Okay.
And can I steal money from my parents? Can I just steal it?
You can attempt to steal it. Give me a sleight of hand check. That's a skill.
I was gonna say, if we're all gonna like get together and be, ready to leave town, like I'll totally help you steal shit.
Kate actually succeeded.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, Kate, you go to your mom's room where you notice that she's just sort of sitting there in her chair and not moving. She's not looking at the door, and you sort of like sneak up and like stick your hand in her purse and walk away with 2 silver and 5 pieces of electrum, which you cannot use. So you have 2 silver. You can take the electrum, I guess. You might find some use for it.
Do you want me to mark
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
license?
take it.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, let's back up ammo.
Hey, just like fling it at a guy, you know? You can literally be that guy who like turns coins into bullets, you know? That'd be interesting.
Well, I assume we're going into like a foresty area. Maybe there's elves around. I don't know.
That's very
Right.
possible. Like this guy could be an elf.
The druid.
Okay. Kate, you notice your father's not around, your mother's the only one home. You could steal more things, as your mom apparently never leaves her room.
Is there anything else of worth in my house?
You're actually gonna loot your house? There's food and apparently a box lunch.
Yeah, I'll take those.
Okay, you take the box lunch, which apparently was your lunch, and it makes sense that you're taking it.
And like I don't know, like 5 rations.
Mark it down as 2 rations.
And can I take anything like sleep on?
Other than a blanket, which will be 2 pounds. No.
She's gonna
Okay,
bring
I'll
her.
take the blanket.
So you got blankets and you got 2 rations.
Cool.
Okay. So, do you actually tell your parents that you're going to stay at a friend's or something, or what? What are you trying to tell them? Or are you just
I'm
gonna
gonna leave a note on the kitchen table saying I'm gonna be gone away for a while. Don't worry, I'll send a letter when I can.
Sure. I guess you can write in common. It's part of being able to speak common. So you write this rather crude letter, leave it on a table, and as you leave, you notice your mom's like staring at you from the window.
I'm just gonna wave.
Give me a perception check. You see no movement whatsoever. She's just staring at you like dead-eyed, just right at you. Alright. So Kate, you have a blanket, mark that as 2 weight. You have 2 ration, mark that as 4 weight in total. And a few coins, you could swing by the merchant and buy items off the general items list in the PDF if you want.
Okay.
So while you might do that, I'm gonna hop over to Jake. Jake, you're at your house. What do you do, man?
Let's see, I've already got a dagger in each hand and a gun in my backpack, which is like all I've got.
You might want Eric to hold at least the gun or the dagger so you can be dual with that one.
While I'm looting the house, I assume he's not walking around my house with me, because that would be about as stealthy as a bull in a china shop, you know?
Okay, so since your mom is an assassin, who's a legit assassin, she does have a room filled with weapons that are way too big for you.
I'm definitely going to check it out. Like, I'd probably avoid that room most of my childhood, but this might be a situation in which I'm going to look at it.
Okay, you go to the door. There is a lock. Give me a sleight of hand check, and you stick in your dagger. You're doing your best to pick the lock. You do not succeed on a 6.
Can I just slide under the fucking door? I'm like an inch and a half wide.
No, dude, that's probably not gonna work. You lean down and take a peek, and you notice that there's apparently a guillotine in there. It's like you look in, and that's the only thing. That's what you see, like hanging up on the wall, which is a little weird. You don't know what your mom's into, but it's just odd. No one normally has a guillotine.
Now? Is she here right now?
No, she's not. She's most likely at work.
Then can I just take 10? Like, I'll just sit there and pick this lock and pick this lock until it actually fucking opens?
You can get... We'll give you a few more checks and we'll come back to see how well you did. Because theoretically you would have spent all your time trying to pick this lock, and the rest of the party's out doing their thing.
Well, yeah, everybody's, looting stuff from their houses, and then we all meet up in town square or whatever. And
I was gonna give you one more check, so you have one more shot at this.
Come on, higher than fucking that crap. Nope. I fucking suck.
You needed a 10, man, but you didn't manage. You realize what time it is, and you really have to get going. You can grab one more thing and run over to the town square.
Is there like a pack of matches somewhere?
You think there might be a tinderbox?
Alright, I'm gonna try and swipe the tinderbox then.
Okay. You run to the kitchen, you find what you assume is a tinderbox. On closer examination, it's a piece of like magnesium and a smaller knife.
Oh, sweet. I have one of those in my room.
Yeah, I think it's just like a flint and steel, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, basically.
And that's essentially what you have in your character. You're gonna need kindling to get. You gotta find kindling yourself, but this one thing is gonna help out quite a bit. Okay. Eric, you live at the orphanage, man. How's that going?
I'm going to ask the orphanage lady to, crazy holy water lady, to watch my chickens for a few days because I want to go over to my friend's house. And then I'm going to kind of stock up my backpack with some holy water.
You should bring a chicken.
You want to bring a chicken? You can.
No.
Think about it. That way we have food.
No.
I could ride the chicken into battle.
He actually is small enough right now to ride the chicken into battle.
Because the chicken's a small animal and I'm tiny, I legitimately could ride it.
Okay, Eric, when you tell the nun that you're gonna be staying with your friends, she actually gives you a double serving of holy water and tells you that drink all of this because it'll protect you more from possible demon attacks during the night while you're staying at your friend's house.
I'm gonna drink one of them.
Yeah. The other one you keep, and you already stashed your own, so you put down at least three uses of holy water.
Excellent.
Mark them both. It's 3. Let's put down 6 pounds. So 2 pounds per use. Is there anything else you want to grab?
I guess I'll also just buy some chicken food just to restock it.
Okay, well you do have some coinage. It's only 1 copper, so you have 9 copper remaining.
Oh, okay.
So I believe you have 2 silver, so it's 1 silver, 9 copper.
Oh no, I also had 7 copper left over from last time, so.
Okay, then no problem.
Just quickly going through the list.
I bought some darts. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just imagining if, like, because I've got this little bitty handgun, right? Imagine if I had a fucking shotgun.
Just like the idea of this gnome just pulling out this massive shotgun. You shoot that thing and you shoot like you actually fall back like 5 feet.
Oh yeah, I would just fucking. I'll just point down and suddenly I learn to fly.
Hey man, it's a mini jetpack. It's essentially a jetpack for you.
Right? That'd be ridiculous.
Okay. So go ahead, guys. Go ahead and do your shopping if you want. Jake, on your way to the town square, you pass by the school, and a crow calls out to you. He comes to you and says that the bear would like to continue trading with you if you find anything more valuable.
I don't have anything of value at the moment, little buddy.
Okay. He squawks at you, looks around, and flies back up to his perch. Apparently he thinks he's super stealthy hiding in that tree at the school.
But I have dark vision, so he's not.
Pretty much. Yeah. But apparently it's a standing offer, and this bear is essentially your, like, weapons trader, I guess?
I guess. I mean, I could try and trade him the little bitty dagger that I have that I've been using as a lockpick.
Mm-hmm.
Could try and get something better for that. But
yeah, but the issue here is it's a bear. How would a bear take a dagger, and what value is the dagger to him?
I don't know.
I was a bear weapon
Sword
seller.
before.
I think you have bigger fish to fry.
Speaking of fish to fry, does he have any fish?
You wanna try and trade him a fish? I don't know if the crow can carry that.
Yeah, I don't have anything to trade with him, really.
Okay. That's the last thing, and you all meet at town square. You guys don't have too many items, and how many people actually remember to buy rations?
I got 2.
I've never had money.
I get nothing.
Okay, well,
It's okay, we can find food.
looks like your first quest is either to leave or to get food.
I'm actually gonna ask one thing. My guy's gonna be taking a look around during the time skip for any kind of like cheap lots to buy.
Cheap what?
Like cheap land.
Say again. It's like there's a repeat and I'm barely hearing you.
Oh, like cheap land.
You want to buy land?
Yes.
You know that land in the 3rd ring is the cheapest, but it still goes for like 10, I guess it's 1 gold per acre, which is literally very cheap.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save up money then.
Yeah. But a kid owning land, you know, that's pretty good. Then again, Kate could just give you a bunch of Electrum. I don't know what you're gonna do with it.
No, I got plans for that. Don't worry.
I'm just expecting you to make it into bullets or something.
I mean, it's good against
Just afraid of guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid of guns.
You gotta get over that at some point, Kate.
Once we get in town, I'm assuming that we're going to need food or whatever, so I'm gonna recommend like sneaking into the back of the inn or something.
Okay. There is not technically an inn. So what would you guys try to do? Because like almost no one visits town because the town has giant walls blocking people from getting in. So there's definitely no inn. Where do you guys go to steal food? Just throw out an idea.
A bar? I don't know.
A mission.
You want to rob Eric's house of food.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to.
I don't know why Eric's not bringing a chicken. I don't understand that.
Because
he's breeding them. He's gonna raise an actual farm.
How much are they?
5 copper.
Okay, can I buy 2 chickens and bring them with me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
Can I ride one then?
Yeah, I want to buy a rooster and a hen.
Sure. You guys go back to the same farm, and the guy sells you a rooster and a hen, and asks like if you want feed or anything else.
What?
You want feed for your chicken, or you don't care?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna take 10.
Okay, so you have 2 chicken, and he gives you 1 copper's worth of food, which will cover your chickens for 10 days.
Okay, so the rooster is having none of my shit.
Yeah, like nothing. Like you try your best to get on top of that, but it doesn't work.
Wow.
You can try out the chicken just for the sake of riding it, but still. Nope,
Okay,
not
yeah,
that one either.
Okay, I'm gonna try and just restrain the chicken and then attach the gnome.
Animal handling check, go ahead. Not
Nope.
even. This
Nope.
thing's like,
This
you
chicken's
take
having none of
1
that.
damage, Eric. This thing like just claws at you whenever you try to do that.
Chicken side.
Okay,
Fuck you guys.
while they're trying to be weird, I'm going to grab some like baler twine off like the ground or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to tie like a little sling for the chickens so I can carry them with me.
Okay, no problem.
have
Along
an
your
idea.
way, you do find like string lying on the floor. It's very odd, but still, like string's common enough that it could just be lying around.
I was gonna say, can I ask the dude that's selling the chickens if he has like a strip of leather or something that I can make a belt out of?
He hands you a broken leather belt.
That works because I can just cut a new hole in it because I'm really small.
Okay, he gives it to you. He doesn't really care at all. Just like to him, just scrap.
Well, that works for me. I've got a belt now.
Mark it down as 1 pound. So you can attempt to make that into a holster at a later point.
I was gonna say I can attach a holster to that, which is gonna be important.
Still gonna have to wait until you're like taller, because if you put it on now, it's just gonna drag across the floor.
Unless I were to put it like, I don't know, what, Conan the Barbarian or whatever, where it's like from one shoulder to the hip, and then I could attach it to my back.
That would actually work.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try and strap my crow's short sword to it.
Okay. So, the only way you know out of the town is the same way you got out the first time. You guys want to attempt that?
Mm-hmm.
That one seems unlucky.
Nah, bad things can happen twice in a row.
Well, that dude's dead, so he's not gonna be there again.
Like,
We
you
actually
could
had an
attempt.
immediate bandit attack.
You guys are welcome to try whatever you want to do.
How tall is the
Time
wall?
it is.
The wall is beyond your ability to climb it.
I was gonna say that's fucking 30 feet minimum.
It's meant to keep out gigantic monsters' cave. It's pretty tall.
What about?
Is there an aqueduct of some sort? Like
That's actually the way you got out the first time.
Oh, well then that's probably our only way out unless we want to just walk past the guards.
Can't you cast minor illusion on them?
I can try and distract them with it, but it doesn't move.
Just summons a bandit just sitting on the other side of the gate. Perfectly still.
It's like hands up, just never not moving. Like, I don't shoot me, I'm just standing here.
Okay, let's just get out of this town. I don't know.
That's fine. I thought someone wanted to be creative,
Try
but
the
we'll
same
keep
way we
it
went
here.
before.
So you attempt to sneak your way through the aqueduct. Guys, give me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Eventually I'm gonna roll fucking above 10.
Very
Like,
likely.
These are the only stats I do have. It would be fucking nice.
Okay, Eric is obviously not that stealthy. Kate
Nice.
saves
Owned
everyone by literally being the most stealthy person ever.
Eric, what happened?
What do you mean? You don't have sound? One sec, guys.
Sure.
Apparently, Kate's computer can't cut out.
Okay. Jake.
There we go. I got it.
Okay. When you guys finally arrive, Jake, you look at the lock and you notice the lock is the same as before, but there are chains wrapped around it. So you can easily pick the lock because you did it last time, but you guys have to find a way to cut through these chains or get past them.
I'm gonna look for anywhere where the chain has been repaired before.
I'm gonna say, like, how is this chain connected? Like, it's obviously not a full loop.
It's actually welded together, which I was about to say, because at the weakest point where it was welded is when it's welded together.
Oh, well, then.
I'm gonna cast mending on that part of the chain with the goal of restoring it to its pre-welded state.
Oh. That might work. Guess give me a just give me a straight D20, and then it'll be like a 75% chance of of succeeding.
One more time.
And here's Kate's.
My Skype died for a second there.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why it got so quiet.
Unfortunately, let's see. I said 75% chance. That is 25 chance of failing, which is 1 through 5. So yeah, you do succeed. So you attempt it, and it barely succeeds. You manage to weaken it. Someone give me a strength check because even though it came apart, it's still somewhat held together. So someone roll it at advantage since there's 3 guys helping you out. So somehow the gnome rips these chains apart, and it looks crazy. Just the idea of this extremely short
I can
gnome.
actually it's because I can get leverage because I can actually wedge my hands in the part that they managed to break open already and pry it apart that way. That's my excuse.
You somehow rip that open, and it's just like slide it open because literally you picked this lock before. Just remember that if you pick the lock before, generally the idea is that you know how to do it again without having to make a check.
Yay! Because I would fucking fail it.
It's very likely. Okay. You guys are outside. Now, your bird said he would take you there. You just have to call to him. The question is, how far away do you go before you call him?
Probably to the other side of the line of trees that you mentioned last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's get in the forest.
Guys, travel through the forest. Roll me a D1000 and see if anything happens to you on your way.
Oh shit.
Remember,
Well,
lower
that's
is better when you're 7 years old.
Right? Roll a 1.
Watch this be the first time you roll a 1000 and you all instantly die.
Right. Fucking Hydra attacked us. Oh, hey.
104. That's not too bad. Okay. So, you guys are just walking through the forest, attempting to get one side to the other before you call to the animal. What you actually hear is the gallop of horse hooves, heading not towards your direction, but adjacent to you guys. What do you do?
Run to the forest as fast as
I
possible.
feel really bad at stealth. I think I should have like permanent advantage on stealth checks because I'm fucking microscopic. Like if I lay down, I look like a rock.
I agree with that. I do.
Yeah, he just stops moving or goes behind a leaf.
Fine. If there's
Right?
something for him to hide behind, I'll let him have advantage.
Well, we were
But
headed
still.
towards trees anyway, right?
Yeah, you're heading towards the trees, and as you get to
How far away are we?
you're like just barely inside the forest, and then you hear this horse walking past.
Okay, I could
Like-
duck behind a root.
In the forest or like outside of the forest?
You're in a less dense part of the forest.
No, I know, but is the horse further into the forest, or is the horse on the outside of the forest?
It's
Like
in
where we
front
just
of
ran
you.
from?
Somewhere. It was in the direction you were headed.
Okay, I'm gonna hide behind a tree.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Eric, stealth check.
Eric, whatever you're doing, if you're also stealthing, give me another stealth check.
I guess I will also stealth check.
Did I pass that stealth check?
And then I'm just gonna cast lightning breath because it's not working.
So only Stumbleduck succeeded on his stealth check because we gave him an advantage because he's tiny. As for everyone else, you all failed horribly. Like,
Okay, it's okay. I can talk my way out of this one.
not when Eric just shot him with lightning.
Oh, Eric.
Eric,
You always fuck everything up.
give me your damage on that.
Lightning breath.
You even max damage on your lightning breath. So, like, you hear this horse galloping through, and then Eric just shoots lightning through the bush, and you just see this guy in, like, armor shot off his horse. I'm gonna give him a constitution saving throw, see if he gets knocked out.
He gets disadvantage on everything because he's wearing metal armor and being hit by lightning.
Lightning, bitches.
Alright. Here is his saving throw, and he will be rolling at a disadvantage.
He fails.
He failed. He fell off his horse and got knocked out. The only reason
Excellent.
why
Can
you
I
guys have been caught.
Can I steal his horse? Can I steal his horse? Oh my god, please.
It's slowly trying to get away. Give me an animal handling check.
It's not a small animal, so I can't help you.
It's a 6.
That is not helping Kate.
Shit.
Anyone else want to
But I
attempt this?
want it. Eric, attempt it.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
Wait,
I
I know something I can do.
I think
I can
me going
fuck
near this horse will scare the shit out of it.
Especially
I have
since
an
he's a half dragon.
I have an idea. I'm going to cast an illusion of a horse feed trough over to the side of us.
Okay.
And its intelligence is very low, so if it manages to see through my illusion, I'm gonna be a little pissed off.
It will still get a check.
And then,
So let's see
we
how
can
he
just
does.
grab its reins.
Yeah, I don't think a 7-year-old's gonna wrestle the horse to the ground. I just don't see
Well,
that
the
happening.
Dragonborn can, and not like
What?
wrestle it to the ground. Grab its reins. It's a trained horse. Like,
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Come on, horse. What's your DC on that?
10.
He succieds. Fucking horse.
But no, it has
He has a
a.
minus on that, but look at that thing.
I was gonna say it gets like a -4 on.
I don't
its
know
check.
what it rolled, but it had to roll pretty well for that.
Oh, God.
This
Okay.
horse, man. This horse is smarter
It
than
was
his owner.
16.
I'm just grabbing the reins.
The horse is stronger than you, and unless you wanted to give me a strength check to try to hold on to it, it's just gonna get away at this point.
Strength check it is.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
We are really bad at this shit.
I
I mean, we're
hope-
7,
You,
so-
yeah, you are. Apparently.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk up to the dude laying on the ground, and well, first I'm gonna take his fucking weapon. I'm probably gonna hand it to the fighter over here.
yeah, what is his weapon? Because if it's a sword, I totes want that.
Kate, you get a longsword.
Nice.
Put down the appropriate weight once you figure it out, because I don't want to look for it.
Okay, I'm gonna take my darts, and I'm gonna keep 2 of them, but like, I'm gonna give the rest to this guy because I feel bad for him.
Okay, you leave this guy in armor. Your remaining darts. He's just gonna assume someone stole his sword and then left some darts to be nice.
How big is this guy?
He's a decently built adult.
Okay, I was gonna say let's take his fucking armor too. Shit.
You guys will not be able to fit this armor, and armor's pretty heavy.
I'm gonna take his helmet.
You can take his helmet.
I could probably
And,
fit entirely in his helmet.
You can probably fit in his boot too.
I'm gonna see if he has any.
Jake, you can
backpacks or
totes right on my
anything
shoulder if you want.
I could, and I wouldn't even weigh that much.
Like Eric, you could carry him, but you'd be carrying his theoretical weight of his items as well.
Woo, 4 pounds.
Well then, Eric, if you can carry 4 pounds, then you can carry.
I could make a saddle and ride his fucking tail, and he wouldn't even notice.
Okay. You guys have never actually seen this guy before. He doesn't look like one of the bandits. He looks actually pretty decently built and healthy. So he might work for the town as like a scout or something. Probably
Does he
not
have
a very
any money
good
on
scout.
him?
You look on his person and you see no actual coin purse. It's like if you're outside the town, there's no other towns to go to, so there's no reason to carry money outside.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So you guys proceed through the forest and you finally make it to the other side. Jake, what do you do in order to call your mom's owl?
I'm gonna whistle to him.
So it's just a whistle?
Yeah.
Let's see. Give me an animal handling check, add advantage, and we'll see how it goes. It's like, you hopefully don't fail.
Oh my god.
What in the world?
That's what happens when you have a -1 on your fucking wisdom bonus still. Also, my luck. legit-
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
he did.
If I were to buy a cemetery, people would stop fucking dying.
Okay, so you attempt your best to call this bird. It doesn't come when you first call it. It doesn't come when you second call it, because you had advantage. So what do you guys do? You could make camp, you could maybe just start wandering around hoping you find your way, but that, even
I
as
think that
kids,
we
you know
should
it's
go-
not a good idea.
I think we should go deeper into the forest.
I think somebody should toss me into a nearby tree, and I'll find an animal to talk to up there and have them pass on the message.
Yeah, for sure. I'll do that, but I also think we should go deeper into the forest so that we're not spotted by like a scout or something.
Kate, give me a survival check, and that's your ability to find animals.
Oh, okay. Like 2 seconds on that one. Eric, what are you doing?
And with himself.
I think he's going pee.
Okay.
See, Eric has the computer, so just 1 second.
No problem. Jake, give
You
me
do a survival check.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, give me a D1000. See what kind of animal they find.
Come on, squirrel.
964.
Uh-oh, found a fucking dragon.
Oh,
Like the possibility. Your mom's like just outside wandering around. 964 is.
I'm also gonna search for berries that are. I'm gonna search for bunnies that are edible.
Okay. Well, you find that all bunnies are edible. It's just when you find it, you find a bunny. Do you want to eat the bunny, or would you like to talk to the bunny? It's up to
I'm actually
you.
gonna state that it's not a bunny and instead a ferret, and I'm gonna eat it.
Fine. It's just slightly big enough that it cannot be spoken to by Mr. Gnome here. Just gonna go with that.
I'll eat bunny.
That would be a huge fucking ferret. Are you kidding me?
A very huge ferret.
You just found like a 4-foot tall ferret.
A wombat.
Eric, up your wisdom by 1. It should be up to 10 now, I believe.
Fucking capybara walking around here.
Okay. Eric, you find this like massive wombat. You're a little frightened of it, but it's still smaller than you. And then you sort of just squish it when it's not looking.
It's really sad. I don't like that.
Well, I ate for the day, guys.
Also, like, how are my chickens doing? I like obviously let them down by now.
Yeah, they're just following you around. They don't have where to go actually. Jake, you pretty much tell them to follow her, I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I can cut their string.
Yeah, they follow you
That's
though.
what's
They're a little apprehensive to do anything. Like if a fight starts, he knows that they run off and then they come back later.
I was gonna say they're gonna be terrified if the shit hits the fan. So
They are literally chickens. Okay. You guys spend a little while longer. Jake, give me another check to call the bird.
Animal handling, you said?
Yep.
Ha, there's advantage for you.
Yeah.
Something.
You had advantage, so you do manage it. Eventually, the bird actually comes over. And as I stated before, this is actually a very massive owl. He apparently tries to grab onto you. You just gonna let it happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
familiar
owl
with
just
it.
like picks up the gnome and just starts flapping up. You notice he's not going very fast, but he's actually pretty high up. Jake, roll me a wisdom saving throw. Let me see if you're scared up there or not.
Fuck no, I ain't scared. God damn it, I am.
You're a little more than just frightened. As for Jake, Kate, and Eric, you guys are just following my foot. The owl's not
But
going that
considering
fast.
I've been carried by this dude before, wouldn't I have advantage on not being scared by this?
You were carried around 2 years ago when you first brought here.
That's fine. I've known this owl for a long time. I trust him.
You're also like 50 feet up, which for you is like a lot considering how tiny you are.
Absolutely fucking.
Yeah, this owl isn't like
gonna yell
floating up just above your heads. It's literally up in the air, flying around. But yeah, you eventually make your way. Kate or Eric, one of you guys give me a survival check to keep your eye on this bird and not lose it.
Do you want to do it, Kate?
Whatever one you want to do, Eric. I don't care.
I was gonna say I can like whistle to them periodically to keep them on the right track.
All right, then I'll give her advantage, which is enough to pass. Eventually, when you guys finally make it to the place you were going to, you see this very large silver trunk tree. Like as you look at the trunk of the tree, it seems so old that it's bleached white by the sun. And beyond that, there is a small house. What do you guys do?
Go to the house.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. As you walk past this very odd-looking tree, you notice that the roots actually grab onto your ankles. And in Jake's case, just grabs him entirely.
I was gonna say if you grab me by my ankles, I'm gonna break.
Eric, you're the one that didn't move, and you see this tree essentially. It doesn't turn into an ant exactly, but you see that on closer inspection, it does somewhat have a face.
So like the one from Pocahontas.
Similar to that.
Man, I love that old tree lady.
I'm
She's
gonna
great.
look to see if the tree has any like axe wounds or anything in it.
It looks like this tree has been very well taken care of.
Yeah, I don't know
It
anything
looks like
about
this tree is very well taken care of.
Is it possible to try and wind up for another lightning breath?
No, don't hurt the tree. I think that's a bad idea.
I was gonna say that's probably
I
No.
would like to say, whoa, 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 what's happening? Why are you doing this?
You notice that the tree like responds to what you're saying, but doesn't actually let go. Doesn't seem to be able to speak either.
I'm
pet
gonna.
branches. Are the roots that are grabbing me?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You do what now?
Pet them.
You start petting the roots. And you notice that the roots loosen their grip, but they haven't let go. At this point, you guys notice that the owl that originally brought you here is sort of like sitting on top of one of the branches, and it's not being attacked.
Well, I assume that much. The tree is
You
like
not
just.
ask the bird?
I'm
Yeah,
just
Tell
gonna.
the
Wa-
tree to stop.
I'm just gonna walk around the area with the living roots and go into the house and just say, "Hey, your tree's attacking
Your
them.
tree is eating my foot.
Your tree is doing stuff." Please
When you
stop."
get inside, you see a very scrawny. He looks like a halfling, sort of. He's just like this weird halfling with a massive beard that reaches down to his feet, and he's just like passed out drunk in his bed.
I'm gonna search him for any rings.
You search him for rings, and you notice he has toe rings. Do you want his toe rings?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go back outside then.
Yeah. You could wake him up. He's just like completely passed out though.
It's gonna be like, guys, he's asleep. Should we wake him up?
Somebody
Yes.
had any of the purple berry.
Alright, I'll go wake him up then. Try and convince him to go help my friends.
Are we dying right now, or does this tree just grab us?
No, it's just holding on to you.
Yeah, I
No,
don't think
it
it's
was attacking you. You guys might be dead already.
probably. We have fucking 4 and 2 health.
Okay. Eric, what do you say to the old man?
I'm gonna say, hey, my one friend was like carried here by an owl. I guess he's on some kind of owl quest. And he then got attacked by your pet tree.
The Great Owl Quest.
And now I'm in here because I decided not to move forward with everybody else.
Okay.
Basically, either I'm on acid or you need to help my buddy out of this tree.
So, he fails his disadvantaged Constitution saving throw. And he starts his conversation by throwing up on your feet, Eric.
I'm just gonna throw up on him because I'm a dragon and I don't usually throw up, and that's disgusting. I've like very rarely seen vomit. I'm just like, oh.
So he throws up, and then you throw up on him. And then now he's just like sitting there in his vomit hat. He takes it off, and then he's like grabs onto you, says, why, young man, you've grown so much, and scaly, and talons. And then he just keeps describing your appearance, wondering why a gnome looks like a dragonborn.
I'm gonna say yes. I split off from the main gnome. It happens sometimes with us gnomes, and you need to go and save my other half.
Okay.
Your tree has him.
You drag him out there, and he starts doing like this weird dance for some reason, and the tree eventually lets go.
I'm gonna brush myself off. Like, dirt on my outfit.
I'm gonna check on my chickens and see if they're okay.
Your chickens never approach the giant tree.
It would be
Well,
really
chickens are
shame
smarter than I am.
if this tree choked your chickens.
So the chickens take the long way around and then sneak up to Kate once she's outside the range of roots. You also notice the old man is literally asleep where he's standing.
I'm gonna take a nap with him.
If you guys want to take
I'm
a
gonna
nap,
go into
you
his
can.
house and eat some of his food.
Kate, when you get inside his house, you notice that his house is filled with drugs, alcohol, and other medicinal things.
What kind of drugs?
Mostly marijuana.
Jake, what the fuck are you learning here?
Marijuana? Yeah, I'm gonna take some of that for later use.
How many uses do you take? Because it's gonna be, let's say, 2 pounds per use, and there's at least 15 like uses in there. That's 30 pounds of
Have you
marijuana.
ever smoked weed before?
I get it. It's supposed to be less, but I'm just making it so you can't carry it around, okay, Kate?
Well,
I'm purposely
like a pound of
making it so
marijuana?
you.
Like that's a shit ton of
I'm
marijuana.
making it so you can't carry around marijuana wherever you go.
It's a druid. He's been harvesting this shit for 150 years. Yeah,
Yes,
he's got a
I'm
lot
just
of.
He has a lot.
Like you take a pound of marijuana, you're good for like a year.
I know. I get it.
Yeah, I'll take one use.
I just don't want you carrying around hundreds of pounds of marijuana and never running out. You know. So you have
We'll be
one
fucking
single
fucking
use.
farmers and drug dealers, and we'll just forget about questing.
So you have one
Oh my God.
theoretical pound of marijuana. Somehow only one use, and it's in your bag.
I'm going to get really fucking high.
You're gonna use a pound of marijuana. In
There
one
are
bout.
there are bongs and other things in there, but as a kid, you don't
Can
exactly
I
know what they are.
share the marijuana with?
Yes, your one use
Okay.
is party-wide. Unless
I
you decide
fucking
not to
guess
take
so.
it.
Right. Fucking bastard. Jesus.
Might as well just base your chicken in that thing, just like rub it up.
Yeah, man. Jesus. Is there any marijuana seeds?
You do notice that there are a jar of seeds.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take like a handful.
Okay. Just
Okay,
mark it
I'm
down
gonna
as
push
seeds. I'm
this
not
dude
gonna
and
weigh on
be
that.
like, hey, fucking wake up, Rick.
Yes.
Also, I'm
yes.
gonna smoke.
Oh
smoke a
my!
pound of
You
marijuana.
shrunken. Did I do that? Sorry. Did I shrink you?
No, I'm kind of a small motherfucker to begin with.
And like, he pets you in the head, and he's still very drunk and high at this moment.
Okay, I'm gonna, when he reaches for my head, I'm gonna grab his hand and like pull him over.
He kind of just falls, man. He seems
Yeah,
to be
he's just like onto his face.
out of it.
Like,
So it occurs to you, you're not gonna get anything out of him today, and you guys did plan to stay for like a while. So what do you want to do?
Let's smoke some marijuana.
right? As like, I guess we just drag him back into the house and we all pass it around.
Okay, you managed to get him inside the house. When he gets inside,
We're gonna roll the biggest blunt ever.
Right? This thing's like fucking 6 inches wide.
I'm gonna vote we just turducken one of the chickens with
Whoa,
marijuana.
no.
You already ate a fucking capybara, motherfucker.
Yeah, I would like to eat here though. Does this guy have food, or do I need to break up?
food-wise, there are nuts, berries, and like other preserved things, but it's not exactly. You're not gonna be able to live off this stuff. You're gonna need meat at some point.
Okay, well I'll just take one of the ration things that I took from my house.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I can survive on nuts and berries for quite a while.
Yeah.
And
The gnome will survive on nuts and berries, but a human being won't. So, Kate, you eat a ration. Jake, you have plenty of nuts and berries. Eric, you ate a massive capybara. You're fine for the day, man.
Are my chickens laying eggs? Like, does my hen lay an egg a day?
It occurs to you that they would need a nest for your chicken to lay eggs.
Really?
Yes.
yeah, they'll literally stop. Like, it's weird. Their
They
biology is
literally
just,
can stop laying eggs if there's no nest.
yeah. If they don't
Well, actually,
have,
no. I guess you're very right, because I did have to have nest boxes when I had chickens. Okay, I want to look around and I want to see if there's any way I could make a backpack nest.
Like,
a
there's
crate.
plenty of stuff here. Give me... Give me sleight of hand, I guess, because you're making a nest, you're putting it in a backpack. Go ahead.
14.
I'll give you that. Wow. You managed to fashion, like... It's not exactly a backpack. It's essentially a basket net. And it seems like your chicken has taken a liking to it.
Cool.
Alright.
Also, Jake, I brought the rooster for you.
To ride. But apparently he wouldn't let you, man.
that's gonna take some convincing. I guess, trying to ride a rooster that you just met is probably not the best strategy.
Also, I feel like I might also try and get this druid to train me as well.
So you want to be... and one way you could go is Paladin with a subclass of what is the Oath? Which is a druid paladin, sorta.
Yeah, I think that's where I might go with that.
You still suck at paladin no matter where you go with them. Yeah. Okay. So you guys smoke weed every day. You sit down, you relax. This guy's with you the entire time. All of you roll me a d12. Jake, you increase your intelligence by 1 while you're smoking marijuana.
That makes sense.
Really?
Kate, increase your wisdom by 1 for smoking marijuana. And Eric, you lose 1 constitution while smoking marijuana.
Only person ever.
Okay. So you guys have your fun. You're a little out of it. But the next morning, he finally sobers up. He's still a little high, which isn't too bad. He's still able to speak to you. He managed to make you guys breakfast. And apparently, your chicken laid like 3 eggs yesterday. It's been holding it in, and you just like let it out all at once.
Because that's how it works.
I'm just gonna say it's because of there's a druid here.
Okay.
That actually makes a little sense, because I think there is a spell for that. Which is actually surprising, but there used to be a spell for that in like 5e. Well, not 5e, 4. Was it 4e or 3.5?
So that's what you're rocking with the chickens?
That's essentially what it is for her.
Alright. I'm going to, I don't know, have a chat with the rooster and just see if him and I can be, you know, allies like that.
On a 17, you are succeeding in convincing this rooster to let you ride him.
Awesome.
Okay.
You should make him like a halter out of like string.
Right?
Okay. So, after breakfast, and you guys had your very fancy meal of eggs, because that's literally the most fancy thing this druid can make you right now. He inquires, why have you come to him? He seems
To
very
learn
much
the
out of it.
ways.
I'm gonna open the door and see if the owl is still out there.
Uh,
Wait, I still have the note. I'm just gonna hand him the fucking note.
Okay, you hand him the note. It says, I see, you are the child of my young apprentice. How is she doing?
I'm pretty sure she's dead. Has been for a couple years now.
Oh my, I'm so sorry. Are you sure? She's actually really good at being animals. Are you sure?
Well, I was like, I haven't seen her in 2 years, and where we used to live isn't on the map anymore, so your guess is as good as
Jake,
mine.
you know that the town you were originally in was literally burnt down to the ground.
That's what I was going for.
Okay.
Like,
It
it
says,
ain't her, she ain't here. I don't know. As far as I know, she's dead.
he's like rubbing his
Wow, you
head.
say that like really well. Like,
Like he's just
Nah,
like,
my
sitting
mom's
there
dead.
rubbing his head, just a little uncertain of whether or not your mother's dead or alive. But like, you know, you're pretty sure that she's dead, Jake. Like
Yeah,
everyone
like,
else is
we've
always going to be
that
uncertain.
long time. I've kind of gotten over it, sort of.
Yeah, because your mom was like a legit overpowered druid, and now she's dead. Yeah. Says, well, my letter was meant for you and her, but apparently it came to just you. I would teach you the ways of being a druid, if that's... Well, I guess you're here. Do you want to learn to be a druid? And that's him asking.
Definitely a skill set I would not mind having.
Kate, did you also want to be a druid?
yeah, I kind of want to ask him too.
So, what do you say?
Oh, great druid man, will you train me as well?
I just like the idea you call this, like, completely wasted druid. The great
Right.
druid man.
Well, you know, you gotta butter him up, right? In my
Right.
mind, I think he's an idiot. But,
Give-
like, whatever.
Give me
Best I got.
give me a charisma check. See how well you did.
I feel like it shouldn't be too hard because we're both high.
Yeah, I was gonna say you rolled
Yeah.
a 17. You're all right.
It was gonna be an advantage, but you passed on the first time anyway. So he says, "Yeah, I will teach you and all your friends to be druids." And he looks at the dragonborn like, "Do you want to be a druid?"
I'll be like, no, I'm good.
Why don't you ask him if he knows any water mages? Because I feel like if he's in the forest, he might.
Do you know anyone who has like powers to control water or whatnot?
I was gonna say elemental powers is a druid thing as well.
He's like rubbing his chin. Says, "I know this like crazy chick who's a monk who likes to use water."
I will say yes. I will go and try and meet her.
So that's a ways of 4 elements monk. So when that comes up, that's what she is.
That actually could be a better choice for me.
It's really up to you. That's actually a pretty decent way to go. And if you want to be like this whole waterbender thing, that's actually very much in that idea.
I was gonna say that's what that would be.
All right.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that makes more sense.
But with a clerical background, so wield holy water.
You know what? I will let you do that. If you are gonna carry around like a jug of holy water, then I will let you waterbend that thing for your punches and whatnot.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Go for it. Okay. So Kate and Eric. Actually, Eric, you're not gonna be training. So it's Jake and Kate. So you guys learn under him. You notice that a lot of his teachings involve you guys sitting in the forest and hugging trees. You don't really know how it's supposed to help, but you realize by the end of it that you somehow feel closer to nature. Both of you roll me wisdom saving throws.
Saving throws or skill checks?
Saving throws. Because you're losing your mind by listening to this old man talk on and on about marijuana and tree hugging. Kate, you can't you can't take it. It's too much. It's just too much. This old man who just never shuts up about how you need to conservation, protect the wild, don't harm animals. He just never shuts up and just keeps going and going and going. You get pissed off to the point that you just like kick him in the shin and just walk off.
You rolled a 0.
I rolled a 0?
Yeah, look at it. You literally rolled
Shouldn't
0.
even be
It's
possible.
fucking 0.
Yeah, you were
-1.
so
That's
pissed
still-
off, Kate. It was like you couldn't take this.
Wow.
Now, as for you, Jake, he eventually tells you that to be a druid, you must be patient and accept nature as it is. And he sounds like he's just trying to defend himself because he knows he's really boring.
Can we take a short break?
Sure thing. Yeah. So, 15 minutes? 5 minutes?
I was gonna say, I have to leave for work in like 45 minutes.
Okay. Then let's do a 5-minute break and we'll get back to it.
Okay.
Then we'll close up after that. Jake, give me a wisdom check, and that'll be your where or not you succeeded.
I already rolled an 18. Do you want another one?
This is a check.
Oh, okay. You want a wisdom check. Okay,
Yeah.
Skills. Scroll down. Da.
Okay, you succeeded both times. So if you want to become a druid, you actually have that option now, and your wisdom will increase by 1. Let's see. Trying to keep a check all your stats. What is your current wisdom, Jake?
Oh, you mean my wisdom goes up by 1 right now?
Yes.
Oh, then it goes up to 9 from 8.
Okay.
Is it possible to gain like animal-based abilities and such without actually being a druid?
You want the shape-changing abilities? Or
Like,
what
I
do you
think
mean
that
exactly?
would be a bit well, like not necessarily shape-changing, but maybe like really good animal handling or I don't know, maybe one of the fucking 15 different communicate with animal spells that there are.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. If that's literally all you want from this old guy, you could just straight up ask him and see how he if he'll be able to teach you.
Right,
Still
like
gonna
I-
rely on a wisdom check to see if you can actually learn the spell, but you'll have it. You can have it written down or something. If you had
If I could
perhaps a
be
spell book, that'd be
druid-
great.
Because like what I'm thinking is, and this is going back to like World of Warcraft days, is you have the only 2 things that could stealth were rogues and feral druids, and they did all the animal stuff without any of the elemental magic-y stuff.
Mhm.
And so if I could go like feral druid, rogue, arcane trickster, like my original plan is, with more animal power put into it, then that would be freaking awesome.
Okay, if you specifically want like a speak to animal spell, he could probably teach you, and then Eric could write it down in his book because you don't have one to write into. And then when you finally get your own spell book, he can transfer the spell over. Got it? But if you want like wild shape, then that's gonna be like you spend time learning that off this guy.
I was gonna say I don't think I can take wild shape without being an actual
Yeah,
druid.
you have to be at least a level 1 druid, which means it's going to cost you at
which
least...
would destroy my ability to be a rogue.
Yeah. What actually will happen is that you will spend 100 experience to gain 1 level in being a druid, which will give you very limited form of wild shape and a few additional spells.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on actually being a druid, but I'm gonna go. I don't know. Can I pick up like proficiency in animal handling?
Yeah, no problem, man.
Cool.
Okay, there's a 3rd level druid spell called Conjure Animals. Does that mean you like cast this and it summons
Animals
like,
literally
It's
appear out
a
of.
temporary creation.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't just you don't just like cast it and a bunch of squirrels pop up out of nowhere.
Like-
It's just like squirrels.
Like, one creature will show up. It will generally follow your commands, I believe. And then when it ends, it disappears. You don't know if that creature exists in the world somewhere, and it might. The idea that it comes from a different plane or something like that, you know?
Conjure woodland beings, conjure fae, conjure elemental,
Volley.
conjure animals. There it is, conjure animals.
Yeah. Does it actually specify where it comes from or no?
You summon fae spirits that take the form of beasts and appear in unoccupied spaces that you can see within range. So
There you
they're
go.
just spirits that become solid for a bit.
Aw.
Yeah, in the form of a creature. Unfortunately, you can't eat it because when it dies, it just disappears.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask. How often does my guy have to eat? Am I like a snake?
You still have to eat every day. Unless you want to
Yeah.
just stuff your face. But then you're directly still holding on to that weight.
I think I'm gonna keep doing like hunting checks consistently then every day.
Mm.
Let's go
was gonna
and see
say,
if
I
I
can
can find
find berries and
edible
shit.
bunnies and ferrets and shit.
I'm just staring at these conjuring spells. They're pretty insane. Look at this.
Yeah,
Conjure
conjuration
volley.
is
You
awesome.
fire a piercing of non-magic ammunition from ranged weapons. Just like cover the field in a 20 by 40 area, dealing 88 damage. Half as much on a fail check. That's a level 5 spell though, but still, you just conjure arrows out of the sky.
Just
I'm
range
gonna
arrows.
play as a conjurer next time I play, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna summon things. I'm not gonna do anything else. That's all I'm doing.
What is animal friendship? There's a spell called animal friendship.
It's going rather slow today. You guys still having fun or no? Because we can
Yeah,
pick up the
alright.
pace if you want.
It's also like Speak with Animals, which is a level 1 druid spell.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm looking at different druid spells, seeing if maybe I can find something that would fit into my needs.
Yeah, he could definitely teach you level 1 spells.
Speak with plants.
I was gonna say there's animal friendship, which is awesome-ish. It's basically what I was trying to do with the horse with the illusion, only it's a lot more likely to succeed because it's a real thing.
Originally I was hoping that one of you would play as a warlock, so it can literally just go into you guys literally trying to summon a demon to make a contract with him.
I'm back.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So since Jake has to leave in 40 minutes, right? So let's pick up the pace a little bit, and we'll keep going. Okay. So when you guys come back, Jake, you asked him why not he can teach you a spell. He says he can, but it's really up to you if you can actually learn the spell itself. So right now, it's where or not Eric can successfully write it into his spellbook, so he has to somewhat learn the basis for the spell. So, Eric, give me a wisdom saving. Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
That you manage to comprehend the idea of the spell, and you jot it down into your book. So, if Jake can either A, become a druid, or B, get a spell book, and then you can transfer the spell over.
Cool.
So what is the spell?
You wanted speak with animals, right?
I was still looking.
Okay, then either way, it's
How high am I allowed to go on the druid spell list here?
only level 1s.
Okay.
So did I just quit being a druid?
You can
Yeah,
be a
you
druid
were-
if you want. It's just like you got pissed off trying to listen to this old man talk on and on about animals.
Can I just tell him that I'm sorry I stormed out and I'll try and be more patient?
Okay. You try to explain this, you do that, and give me a charisma check unless you want to actually go through the length of actually saying all that. Wow. You rolled another one.
I mean, you hate this old man.
Apparently you hate this old man, and he doesn't like you much either.
I can kill the old man in his sleep.
Okay. Jake, I'll just leave it to you to decide on your level 1 spell. That's pretty much it. You have the spell. It doesn't look like you guys want to be druids. He says that he will be in touch, and that he is likely going to be moving into the city, as monsters have been periodically showing up, and he only has but the one remaining tree.
Okay, I will take speak with animals. That actually looks really useful.
Okay. So you need to get yourself a spellbook, and then you can attempt to transfer it over, because it's going to be up to you to make the check to succeed.
Why don't you ask him if he has an extra spellbook lying around? Because if he was the one that wanted to teach somebody to be a druid, he should have a spellbook.
That's probably true. I'm gonna ask him if he has any spare spell books.
He looks at you and rubs his massive beard that stretches from his face down to his ankles, and says, "Druids don't use spellbooks."
Then how the fuck am I supposed to learn a druid spell?
You have to either A, be a druid, or B, get a book. It has to be a certain type of book, but yeah. You could, like, there is the Mage's Tower. It's filled with a bunch of unused books you could use.
I was gonna say they have some at the Mage's Tower back in town, and I can just be like, "Hey, I will seriously give you a fucking $1 for this. Come on now."
You could, yeah, bribery or passing the whole like wizard's test that Eric passed last time.
Can I take it again?
You guys will be taking it next session, so
Oh,
That's
no
wait,
worries
again?
there. I guess you could try to cheat and see if they don't remember you.
I'm gonna go again. Fuck. Why not?
right, it's worth a shot.
Why not? Okay,
Okay, so we gotta go back to town?
you guys are going back to town. He actually says that he will send you back to town on the Ent if you want.
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Okay, so you triumphantly walk back to town after having learned one spell, maybe. You are literally carried by this giant ant that like grappled you guys last time. What do you do as you get close to town and you hear the horns of a monster attack going off?
I'm assuming there's like a specific guard, I don't know, tower or whatever that they're
There are
looking
two
at.
guard towers at the main entrance.
Okay. In front of one of the guards, I'm assuming I can see a guard from the top of this fucking tree, right?
Yeah, you can see them and they can see you.
Okay. I'm going to cast my spell of minor illusion thing, and I'm going to make it appear like there is a scroll there that says, "Fucking hold up, don't attack us."
Squirrels, your illusions can't talk, man.
No, like it's gonna have it written on it.
Okay, so you